Yes, dear students, let us start now quickly. We have already discussed these two questions, so we'll start from the next one. So, what makes the poet feel unhappy? In the poem Wind, what makes the poet feel unhappy? Just a minute. Yes, Kashish, beta, answer the question.
Yes, ma'am. The strong wind that comes makes the feel unhappy because the strong wind causes a lot of destruction as it shutters the break the shutters of the windows and scatter the paper on the floor, tear the pages of the books, and also the books fall on the ground. So
Hmm.
these destructions make the poet unhappy.
Yes, and also along with that, now the wind has brought rain along with that, right? So the poet says that now this rain has added to the misery. तो ये जो बारिश शुरू हो गई इसकी वजह से और ज्यादा तकलीफें बढ़ गई. हवा तेज चलना काफी नहीं था. That wind started blowing strongly, it started creating destruction, and it also brought rain along with it. So that makes the poet feel unhappy. Okay, next question. Explain this phrase, poking fun at weaklings. Salil.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the meaning of poking fun at weaklings is making fun of the weak people who are not strong and who can be defeated.
Yes, correct. So the poet here refers to the behavior of the wind, that how the wind is actually, it makes fun of the weak things or weak people, right? So it never listens to the requests of the weaker ones, and it makes fun of the weaklings. Correct answer. Why has wind been called God? Ridya?
Ma'am, the wind has been called a god because it can do several things to the people. It can cause destruction, and it makes fun of the weaklings and crumbles the weak houses, doors, and rafters, and it winnows them and crushes them all. But in same case only, it helps the strong people to flourish and to grow, and the poet says that his friendship is very good.
And yes, so because of the mighty powers of the wind, the poet calls wind as God, right? So it is the mighty powers that wind has. It destroys the weak one, it supports the stronger ones, and that way he calls him as God. ठीक है बेटा? जी. Why won't wind act according to our wishes? Anshika?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the wind won't act according to our wishes because wind is. The poet had said that wind is very strong, and uh, wind is very strong. It crumbles or it crumbles the houses, lives of the people. It makes the weak people, it make fun of the weak people. It is a friend of stronger people.
Hmm.
And he a lot of times he had said that don't break the shutters of the windows, don't scatter the papers, but wind doesn't listen him. Hence he had said that wind won't work according to act according to our wishes.
Yes, अगर हम इसे एक लाइन में कहना चाहें तो how we can say, Pravnoor? Your answer is correct, but it is a little elaborated. Ravnoor, same question. Why won't wind act according to our wishes?
Because wind is stronger and make fun of the weak people.
We can say Yes, the wind is stronger. You can say wind is all powerful and it acts according to his own will, right? So it does not seek any permission or consent before it starts blowing, or it creates destruction, or it supports the stronger one. It never takes permission. So that way it never acts according to our wishes, right? So the wind is powerful and it acts according to its own wishes. So if even if we make requests to the wind won't listen to us. Okay, so this is the answer. Sorry. So what does wind symbolize in the poem? What does wind symbolize in the poem, Parneet?
The wind symbolizes the difficulties and challenges we face in our life.
Yes, the wind symbolizes the adversities, the challenges, the difficulties that we face in our life. इसके साथ साथ थोड़ा सा और ऐड कर दोगे that what actually the poet he wants us to do. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा वो जो concluding message है that can be added with it, that how he wants us to make ourselves strong. How does wind deal differently with the weak and the strong fire? I want others to participate as well. Why all are not raising hand? Because बेटा जब तक आप hand raise नहीं करोगे ना मुझे list clear नहीं दिखती है. Yes, चलिए next हम लेते हैं Aryan Sharma. Answer this question. Aryan Sharma. How does wind deal differently with the weak and the strong fire? Are you there, Aryan? Guneet. Guneet. Harpreet. No one is ready to answer. गलत हो भी गया तो बेटा I'll correct your answers ना, I'll rectify it. चलिए प्रथम कुमार, answer the question.
Ma'am, the wind differently deals with weak and strong fire, as the wind extinguishes the weak fire and it strengthens the strong fire. Hence, it shows that the wind does not like weak people. Hence, it want everyone to be strong.
Yes, and it supports
And
the
would
strong people. Yes. So the wind blows out the weak fire. It extinguishes it, but it flourishes the stronger one. It supports the strong fire, right? It strengthens it. So similarly, if you are weak, you will actually surrender in front of the circumstances. But if you are strong, you will overcome it and come out of it victoriously. Okay. So this is the way that wind deals differently with different people. How is the friendship when wind god good? Siddhima? How is the friendship with the wind god good?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
So the question is, how is the friendship with wind good?
Hmm.
Ma'am, the friendship with the wind is good when we are strong, and we must be strong like wind, as it is that destroys everything and has no one's fear. So we must be strong like the wind, so that our friendship with the wind is good.
Okay, and how will you explain it metaphorically? अगर आप इसे symbolic reference देना चाहो तो कैसे explain करोगे? मानव, yes, आप आंसर देने की कोशिश कीजिए. मानव, same
Yes,
question. जी बेटा.
ma'am. If we friend the wind,
Be friend with the wind. हम use करते हैं word
yes.
be friend. Be friend.
Okay, ma'am.
हाँ. Or if we make
Ma'am,
friendship with the wind. हाँ जी,
ma'am,
बोलिए.
we will make ourselves strong and do not fear it.
Okay, ठीक है. So basically what you have to add is that the friendship with the wind is good, as if we talk about the symbolic reference here, the poet, he wants to tell us that if we make friendship with the difficulties and adversities in our life, they make us strong. They make us both physically, mentally, and emotionally strong. And once we become strong, we overcome any kind of challenge or adversity in our life. So it's just a kind of vice versa relationship. So अगर आप डिफिकल्टीज से, अगर आप विंड से दोस्ती कर लेते हो, तो जस्ट लाइक स्ट्रॉन्ग फायर इट विल स्ट्रेंथन यू. बट इफ यू आर वीक, तो आप अगर डरोगे विंड से, आप अगर एडवर्सिटीज से डरोगे, देन इट विल डिस्ट्रॉय यू. सो फ्रेंडशिप विद विंड इज ऑलवेज गुड बिकॉज इट मेक्स अस स्ट्रॉन्ग बोथ फिजिकली एंड मेंटली. ठीक है, सो दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव टू राइट फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. Now identify the poetic devices. The first one, he won't do what you tell him. What is the poetic device here? Vansh Tuggal?
Yes, ma'am.
He won't do what you tell him. Which poetic device is used here?
Alliteration.
No. Yes, Shrey Thapar. Which poetic device is used here? He won't do what you tell him. Shrey?
Personification.
Yes, it is personification. How can you say that? Here, personification.
Because he is referring to the wind and he's using that we are talking to the wind as if.
Yes, so wind is an inanimate object, right? ये एक living thing नहीं है. And now we are treating wind as a living being here. So we are personifying the wind here, and thus personification is the poetic device when we say he won't do. He कौन है यहाँ पर? Wind. और wind एक living being नहीं है, लेकिन हम wind को एक living being की तरह treat कर रहे हैं, and that's why the poetic device used here is personification. Next one, the wind god. What is the poetic device here? Wind god. Himanshi Prabhakar. Himanshi, what is the poetic device used here? The wind god. यहाँ पर मुझसे गलती से जी लिख हो गया. It's wind आएगा, right? No, you don't know. Ishita, poetic device when we say wind god.
Sorry, Mama, I don't know the answer.
Okay. Who can tell? Vidya, can you tell what is the poetic device?
Ma'am, it is personification here because wind is an inanimate object, but the poet has referred it to as a god.
No, not personification. Kashish?
Recording in progress.
Kashish? No one knows? Beta, here it is metaphor. The wind has been compared to God, and वहां पर wind God उसको directly बुला रहे हैं, तो हम metaphor use कर रहे हैं, wind को God बुलाकर. ठीक है, तो ये कौन सा poetic device है यहाँ? Metaphor. Okay. Now the next one. Wind God winnows. Wind God winnows. What is the poetic device here? Yes, who will answer? Bhavkirat, can you tell what is the poetic device here in Wind God winnows? Bhavkirat, at least give a try. Galati bol do. Bolo to sahi. Participate when your name is called. कौन सा पोएटिक डिवाइस है यहाँ पर? विंड गॉड विनोज. देखिए वो साउंड रिपीट हो रही है. कुछ याद आ रहा है कौन सा पोएटिक डिवाइस है? नो
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next, Dipanshi. Dipanshi, can you try? What is the poetic device? Wind god winnows. V sound, the consonant sound which is repeated here. No?
Ma'am, repetition.
No, it's alliteration.
Alliteration.
Yeah, it's alliteration. Alliteration क्या होता है? When a consonant sound is repeated in the words, consecutive words in a sentence. So देखिए wind, God, winnows. V sound repeat हो रहा है, right? So that is alliteration. Next one. Crumbling houses, crumbling doors. तो crumbling में कौन सा use हुआ है poetic device? Crumbling houses, crumbling doors. Anshika?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, repetition.
Yes, here it is repetition. When the words are repeated in sentences, right? Don't break shutters, don't scatter paper. Now here, which is the poetic device? Himanshi, yes? Do you know the answer? Don't break shutters. Pardon?
Repetition.
No, it's not repetition. Although the words are repeated, but here the device is different used. Who would like to answer? Ravnoor, do you know the answer? Yes?
May I?
Yes.
Ma'am, anaphora.
Anaphora, correct answer. Now see, what is the difference between repetition and anaphora? Anaphora होता है when a word is repeated, but a sentence begins with that word and it is repeated in the following lines in the beginning part of the sentence. जैसे don't break the shutters, don't scatter paper. तो यहाँ हम क्या देख रहे हैं? The sentence is beginning with the word don't, है ना? देखिए कितनी लाइंस में 3 बार don't यूज हुआ है ना? फिर देखिए अगले स्टैंजा में यूज होता है you tore the pages, you brought the rain, you are very clever. Again it is anaphora. ठीक है? So when anaphora means repetition of the word at the beginning of a sentence and in the following lines. Okay? And repetition जो है वो होता है repetition of the words in a particular line or anywhere in the poem. ठीक है ना? To emphasize on the effect of the use of the word. What is the impact? To show that. So ये दो चीजें हैं जो आपको याद रखनी है. So crumbling houses, crumbling doors. ये जो crumbling word है ये repetition है. Don't break shutters, don't scatter paper. This is anaphora. ठीक है? एक और poetic device मैंने use किया था जब poet कहते हैं in the beginning, first statement जो है stanza, first line, wind comes softly. क्या आप बता सकते हो मैंने कौन सा poetic device बताया था? Wind comes softly.
ओ से था.
Ma'am, apostrophe.
Yes, apostrophe means when we are addressing the person or a thing, but that is not present at the moment in the poem itself, है ना? So यहाँ पर हम देखते हैं wind जो मौजूद नहीं है, but the poet is addressing to the wind, and that is apostrophe. ठीक है? तो इन poetic devices को याद कर लीजिए. अगर आपने नहीं लिखा है तो बुक पे फिर से लिख लीजिए. ओके जी, चलिए let's move on to the next poem. The rain on the roof. So the first question, how does the darkness look? How does the darkness look? Jashanpreet Singh Khak, can you answer? How does the darkness look in the poem Rain on the Roof? The first stanza. There is a reference made to the darkness. How does the darkness look? Jashanpreet. No response. Manavdeep Singh. Manavdeep Singh. Raghav. Why you people don't participate? If you don't know, just simply tell me na कि ma'am we don't know the answer, or at least give a try. गलत ही answer है पर बोलो तो सही. The same students, they keep on answering and you just people sit nicely. Only listening is not important. Participation is also important. Chaliye, let me take the answer from Ishita again. How does the darkness look? Yes, Ishita.
Yes, ma'am. In the rain on the roof, the darkness is referred to as the sadness in the night sky, as the night sky is the clouds are laden with the vapors or the
So
rain.
yes, you can simply write the darkness looks sad and gloomy. जो effect बताया गया कि how it is creating a sad look everywhere, right? So sadness जो है महसूस होती है, and the poet can also feel that emotion in his heart as well. So he is also feeling sad at the moment. So darkness looks sad and gloomy. Next question. What bliss does the poet talk about? वो किस ब्लिस की बात करते हैं जब वो कहते हैं what a bliss? So what does the bliss here is that which poet is talking about? हाँ जी, Parneet answer. Let me take it from Ram Duggal. Yes, Ram beta, answer दीजिए.
The bliss in this poem refers to lay down comfortably on bed and listen to the melody sound of the rain.
Yes, correct. Very good. So the poet here is talking about the joy of lying in his cozy bed and keeping his head on the pillow and listening to the pitter patter raindrops falling on the roof. तो वो कहते हैं इससे ज्यादा खुशी की बात हो ही नहीं सकती. तो वो जो sadness है mood का, वो किस बात से दूर हो जाता है? When he keeps his head on the pillow, when he lies down on the bed and he listens to the patter raindrops falling on the roof, and it gives him enjoyment. So bliss here refers to happiness. Okay, enjoyment, khushi. How does the rain affect poets' imagination? How does the rain affect poets' imagination? Yes, Shrey?
Yes, ma'am. The rain brings back the poet's old memories back to his mind. He
Yes. You can refer to the lines in the poem, you will get the answer. The answer is written there.
he gets thousands of recollections from his childhood. He remembers his mother. She put him to bed, and how she cared for him, the poet.
Okay, chaliye. Partially it is correct. The beginning part is correct. You don't have to mention the last lines that you have referred here, right? Let me take the answer from Pratham. Pratham, can you complete this answer?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the rain affects poet's imagination as the rain creates an echo in the poet's heart, and it brings thousands of fancies alive to his mind, and it creates and he loves the pattern in which the raindrops are means the poet listened to the pattern caused by raindrops on the roof.
आप patter word को pattern pronounce कर रहे बेटा. It's patter. टिप टिप बारिश की जो आवाज होती है, that is patter. ठीक है? Yes, correct. It is absolutely correct that how the rain, it creates an echo in the poet's heart and the poet's mind. It starts to give birth to thousands of imagination, the fanciful imagination, and he begins weaving these dreams and imagination just like a thread is woven in the woof, right? So he has a recollection of the past memories, and these past memories bring back the memory, the fond memory of his mother. बस इतना ही लिखना है, ठीक है? चलिए अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ बढ़ते हैं. So 1,000 recollection refer to 1,000
1,000 memories and
yes, the poet's memories of the past events. ठीक है, 1,000 memories में किस चीज को रेफर कर रहे हैं? पोएट की जो पास्ट मेमोरीज है, उसके पास्ट की घटनाओं को लेकर जो मेमोरीज जुड़ी हुई हैं, इट रेफर्स टू द मेमोरीज ऑफ द पास्ट इवेंट्स. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हाट मेक्स एन एको इन द पोएट्स हार्ट? कशिश?
Ma'am, the patter of the rain or the tinkle on the wooden roof.
Yes, so you can add this way. The musical sound produced by the tinkle and the patter of the raindrops on the roof. Okay, so what makes an echo in the poet's heart? The patter, the musical sound of the raindrops, the patter, pitter patter, raindrops. That way you can write the answer. Okay, let's quickly move on to the next question. Whom does the poet remember so fondly? Whom does the poet remember so fondly? Anshika.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the poet remember his mother so fondly. His all memories of her mother comes to his mind. He remembered his siblings that he referred to as darling dreamers. So this is how he remembered all his past moments.
Yes, correct. So you will write that here the poet remembers his mother who is long dead. So he would remember that how she would tuck all the children in bed at night, and he remembers the fond look, the affectionate look of his mother, the way she would look at them and make them sleep in the bed. Okay, next one. Refrain refers to, देखिए आपके लास्ट स्टैंजा में एक वर्ड यूज किया गया है refrain. So as I list to this refrain, so what is this refrain here refers to? Who will answer? चलिए मैं लेती हूँ आंसर ये सलिल से. सलिल आप आंसर दे सकते हो. What is the refrain mentioned here? No. Narinder, is she there?
The meaning.
Yes, the meaning. आपको meaning बताना है. Refrain refers to meaning.
And this line as I list to this refrain.
So ये refrain किसको कहा गया है? This refrain क्या है यहाँ पर? Anybody else? Unmute करके बता दीजिए.
The memories of the past of her mother.
Repeat part of rain.
I'm the sound of rain.
Yes.
Repetition of
Sound of raindrops.
हाँ जी, yes. The musical sound of the raindrops. उसको refrain कहा गया है. So as I listen to the refrain means जो टिप टिप की जो लगातार बारिश हो रही है, the repeated musical sound of the rain is referred to here as refrain. Next one. Identify the poetic device lie listening. फटाफट से बताइए. Lie listening.
Alliteration.
Alliteration. Very good. Quickly, next one. Patter of the soft rain tinkle.
Onomatopoeia.
Pronunciation फिर गलत सबकी. मैंने क्या
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatope.
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 Onomatope. फिर से बोलिए.
Onomatope.
जी, onomatopoeia नहीं बोलना. Onomatope. ठीक है? Yes, patter and tinkle जो है, it's the onomatope. Means the sound and the pronunciation, it refers to the same thing. Right? So patter और tinkle यहाँ पर है onomatope. Spelling भी अच्छे से याद कर लेना. Rainy tears. Quickly. Metaphor. Very good. It's metaphor. Compare किया है. Melancholy darkness.
Personification.
No.
Transferred epithet.
It is again metaphor. ठीक है? Melancholy darkness को जो है कहा गया है sad darkness, और ये जो है metaphor है यहाँ पर. Rainy tears, melancholy darkness, these both are metaphor. Next, busy being. Alliteration. The sound is repeated. Busy being, alliteration. Weave their air threads into woof.
Metaphor.
Weave their air threads into woof. So with this, we come to the end of the revision of poems. Right, students? So we still have 5 minutes in hand. We can have some questions from, or let me take your doubts if you have, okay? Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Just a minute.
Excuse me.